excited for this lock update because I actually have things to say. I'm not gonna just be like BSing words. So yeah. So first of all, the camera's super crazy mad shaky because it's on my bed, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, so I am 1 month locked and a couple things happened. I retwisted my hair. This is the second time I did it. So the first time I did it was like I think 2 weeks ago, right? But I only did half of it. Yeah, I only did half of it. And like some of the back on this side. So I never got like this whole part right here because I was just tired. I'm like, this is too much. It just takes forever. I ain't got time for this. So I just never finished it. But then I went and I did it like for real over the weekend. So I like took my time and I finished it. And it took me like 5.5 hours total. If I was to do it in one sitting, it would have taken me 5.5 hours. And I do have well over 100 locks. Don't know how many exactly, but I know it's more than 110. So I hope that's not too overwhelming for myself. And then let me see what else do I have to say. Oh, and a lot of things I need knowledge about because I just don't know. So like, okay, there's, I've always known a whole big thing is you don't want build up in your locks, right? So I haven't put anything in my hair since I started locking it, but I washed it with conditioner. That's how I always wash my hair. I just use conditioner. And I have like eczema on my scalp, so I have to keep it moisturized. And this is the first time yesterday. Was it yesterday? Whenever I wash my hair this weekend, I put castor oil on my scalp. And I hope that that's not like an oil that I shouldn't be using because it's the only oil that I have been known to use over the past year or so. So if that's not an oil that I should be using, I need to know. And also, I retwisted my hair with just a tad bit of gel. Like I think she means you tiny bitch. Like I'm talking like a really small amount, like you wouldn't even know. Like as if you were putting lotion on one part of your finger type. Excuse me, amount. Like that's how much I use. So I hope I'm not causing buildup in my locks because I really have not been using anything at all. Like I literally only put that little bit of gel in my hair was wet, obviously water, and then I put castor oil on my scalp. So I hope that's not causing buildup. So then yesterday or whenever I watched Natural Nirvana's most recent video about lock mistakes. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I admire her and she has a good soul, spirit, all that stuff. So I watched her video, right? And like everything she said not to do, I've done. And I was like, bruh, like I was freaking out because I'm like, I don't know. Like she was saying, don't color your locks. I'm like, well, my hair's already colored. It's not much I can do about that. And then she was like, no lock jewelry. I'm like, dog, like okay. Because she was saying like how she said even the shell, she said how it's pulling on the lock, and I'm like, bruh. And at this point I'm just like, look, I only got 4, so I can risk 4 little locks being messed up. I really don't want to take them off. And to be honest, I do not have all the knowledge in the world about locks at all at this point, but I don't want to take these off. I just don't feel like it's gonna be extremely detrimental to my hair. Like the way she was making it seem, she made it seem as if all my hair was gonna fall out. That's just how I felt. But yeah, but I don't want to take my shells off, and she made me feel like I had to, and she made me feel like I should. Like that's the smartest decision. But I'm like, yeah, no. So that was that. And then she was talking about don't pull after you retwist your hair. Don't be styling your hair and all these, like the lock styles that people get. Don't be doing that all early. Wait until your hair locks. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't do that, but I did the other 3 things you told me not to do, so that's great. So yeah, that's what she said. No, I think she was talking about was build up And I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll be doing that because I ain't putting none in my hair yet. But my scalp can't afford it to be dry because it itches ridiculously. So I have to like have something in it. And it feels 10,000 times better now that I have this oil in it. So I hope that that's something that I can continue to do without having to, face any repercussions or whatever. So yeah. And then, okay, so let's talk about my locks. I know that's what y'all here for. So I think they look a little bit different from how they looked last time I was on this camera. And that's me trying to be humble. Because I don't want to be all, oh, they've changed so much. No, they're pretty much the exact same. I have not started budding yet. Don't know why. I just keep saying that my hair is just so curly, and that's the truth. My hair is really curly, so I feel like it's gonna take forever for my hair to bud. Like I don't have coily hair. My hair doesn't. I mean, it coils at the ends, but I don't have like 4A people and 4B people that have that coil. I don't have coily hair. I've always had ringlets and then a coil. So I feel like because my curl pattern is more loose, it's going to take longer to, lock. And which makes more sense to me because if your hair is in a coil, it's pretty much already in some type of formation, like taking its shape. Whereas if you have like an S, you just gotta shrink back up. So yeah, so that's just the curl pattern that I've had to deal with. So, but oh yeah, another thing is that I am experiencing so much shedding. Now, usually at this point, this would be the point where I take out my twist, wash my hair, and wear my hair out. But because I'm locking my hair, that's not happening. But when I would take my hair out, of course, when you take out any braids or anything out your hair, you get a lot of shedding. So that's why I'm like, okay, that's normal. But how long is this gonna last? Because I feel like this is unsafe at this point. Like, I should not be able to do this and get a good amount of hair. You can't really see it, but just know that some good amount of hair just came out of my head. Like every time I do this, hair comes out of my head. You see that? Every time I do it, hair comes out. And I'm just like, oh gosh, Ariel, what's this mean? Like, I don't want my hair to fall out. And I feel like, okay, Ariel, your hair is dry, but I don't know what to put on my locks. Because people literally say the complete opposite. It's like, okay, keep your locks moisturized, but don't put anything in your locks because it's going to cause buildup. Then what the freak am I supposed to do? Like, I can't have dry hair. I can't have my hair shedding, but I can't have buildup. I can't win. How about that? So I need to know what I'm like, what's supposed to actually go in my hair, because nothing's been going in there. And although I feel like that's a good thing, I feel like it's a bad thing as well. But yeah, no budding for real. Everything pretty much is looking the same. Obviously, my twists are getting a lot frizzier, but that's literally all that's happening. Like, yep, twist getting a whole lot frizzier, and they're not as clean cut as they were day one, obviously. And I feel like you think, oh wow, yeah, her curl pattern is going away because you see this one right here, but no, this is called color damage, folks. This my curly hair has always looked like this in the front, so don't be deceived by that one. But as you can see, it's still very well nice and twisted and curly. Not nice, but like, look at this. See what I'm saying about the shape of my hair? Hold on, let me pull it apart. Look, yeah, see, it coils at the end, but for the most part, this is how my curls were, like that, then coil at the end. So it's gonna take some time, but that's okay. I'm not rushing it. I'm really happy and excited about just the process. Retwisting my hair made me feel happy. That was really fun to me. Even though it took 5.5 hours, it was really fun. It just made me feel like I was being a little bit more legit. And because remember I said I didn't finish my retwist the first time, a lot of hair in the middle was like matted. So a lot of twists had like started to combine. So I had to combine a lot of my locks because they were already merging together. So yeah, and I initially did a lot of twists really small, not super small, but small. I just know they were small, and I did them small, and I combined a lot of them. I said I have like over 110, so I combined probably about 35 to 40. So no, that's not including. No, that's not. I have like 110 locks, even with like combining 40 of them. But before my hair actually completely locks, I'm probably gonna have to combine a lot more just so that they don't snap because they're so thin. And I'm trying to be cautious of that, but I'm also trying to be cautious of the size of my locks because I don't want thick locks at all. And I've already explained that. I really can't. I keep saying I can't stand thick locks, but that's just not the style or the look that I'm going for. And I want my locks to thicken up to a nice, small size. Not too small because I'm not doing sister locks or anything. But, I want them to be, nice thin. You have thick locks and thin locks, So I want them to be thin but not, in the at risk for snapping or anything. So that's basically all I had to say. I'm not going to BS, like I said. Here's my hair. You get to see it. It looks pretty much the same. The curl the twist pattern's still there. Obviously, it's dissolving a little bit, but, day by day, yeah, it's taking its precious time. It's not in any rush to dissolve. And, that's okay. It's whatever. That's just the curl pattern that I have, and that's something I need to embrace rather than be like, oh, I wish I had 4C here so my hair got a lot quicker. Like, no. I'm happy with the hair I have. I'm happy with the lock process and all that. So that's all I have to say. I feel like I forgot something very important, but maybe not. So that's all, and I'm really excited for this process. Totally don't regret anything. Feel the exact same way that I told y'all I felt in the first video. So yep, 1 month, a little over 1 month, but yeah. So that's all. So I will talk to y'all later.